So quite an average day of Test cricket today. 269 for 6 South Africa ended on. Aiden Markram with a 94. He played quite well actually. I was quite impressed. I was just so sad that he didn't get his ton. I mean, yesterday in the press conference he spoke about intensity and upping his intensity in training, and it looked like it pulled off today.
What I was really impressed with him as well, I mean, obviously he's got all the shots in the world, but early on he was very circumspect. While Dean was struggling at the other end, he showed how difficult it was, but he just looked so composed. I mean, we're both unanimous here. Absolutely love Aiden Markram. I think he's an absolute superstar. He's got all the strokes in the world. Deserved his 100 and was unlucky. If he's honest with himself, he probably was a bit indecisive with his shots. Didn't go all the way back. Didn't go all the way back. Didn't go all the way forward. Was kind of stuck in no man's land and had a little prod. Nicked off against a very good spinner, Ashwin. But look, 90. If you told him last night that he's going to make 94, I'm pretty sure he would have taken that.
Yeah, I agree. And what I enjoyed the most about it is that you see how he adapts to the type of batsman he's playing with.
Yes.
He adapts to his partner on the end.
Yes, that's true.
So like when he played with Algo, which is quite a nuggety type of player, and then he plays with Amla, who's quite a wristy player, he just complemented them beautifully. And I just hope that I can see him in the second innings bat right down the order and bat with Abel Villiers, Faf du Plessis.
Right, even the tail.
Even with Quinton de Kock, that would be an amazing show.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So yeah, I was quite happy with the performances today. Just that collapse in the middle was not needed. I was hoping that Quinton de Kock could really turn on in front of his own crowd,
Yeah, Test cricket's a weird one. I think maybe South Africa in that period thought they were playing in a World Cup semi-final. It just kind of hit the self-destruct mode and 2 calamitous runouts. I mean, I can't quite tell who was making that call between Faf and Amla. Either way, there was no run there. Vernon Philander just lost his mind by just charging down the wicket. And there's a great photo of Faf du Plessis just holding his hand out, telling him stop. He just wasn't looking. He ran himself out. Quinton got a first baller like Aiden Markram, wasn't all the way forward, wasn't all the way back. If you like that to a good spinner like Ashwin, you are going to nick off from time to time. But strange wicket. This is probably I've watched quite a lot of cricket here since Sharon. This is probably the slowest I've ever seen it. Very spongy early on with the new ball. I didn't think the Indian bowlers were very good, but yeah, like you say, quite a weird, yet also kind of pedestrian day of cricket.
Yeah, because Faf and Virat had quite different opinions on the pitch before the play. In their press conferences, Faf was saying that it was a little bit brown, burnt from the sun, and Virat said he was expecting a pitch that was lively. Yeah. So it was quite different opinions, and today we saw that Faf was actually telling the truth in what he thought about it. It was actually really good for spin, actually, with Ashwin picking up 3 wickets.
And it shows how ridiculous media hype is, because all the talk before the series was, well, if you think Cape Town's going to bounce and seam, wait till you get a load of the Highveld, and then we get this, and I think it just comes down to how the batsmen adapt, how the bowlers adapt, and until India bats on it, we're not going to really know how good this pitch is or how bad it is.
Yeah. It was quite a flat wicket. What Faf said in his press conference was what's kind of true. It was a bit brown in patches, and the Indian seamers really struggled on this wicket to get some balls, to get some movement. They banged it up short. It was flat enough to get some bounce, but with regards to seam movement, there wasn't much in it.
I thought they were poor. I thought with the new ball, Bumrah wasn't good. I thought Shami wasn't good. I thought Ishan, when he came on, extracted some life out of the wicket, but there were just far too many balls that strayed on the hips and were just easy for the South African batsmen to tuck off their pads. There were far too many short balls that were cut, easily through the covers or just backward at points. And when I was watching the Indian seamers, I didn't really know what they were trying to do. At no point, except for when Amla had a guy catching a short square leg and a guy catching him at wicket. Apart from that, I didn't know what field Kohli was setting. I didn't really think he had a plan. I thought he was just going to stick to one line of length outside of stump and hope for something. But the bowlers were just too erratic, too down leg, too short, too often.
I was quite surprised actually with the team lineup when they dropped Kumar, the best bowler in the series so far. So I don't understand.
And the batsman who faced the most balls in Centurion. He's earned a rest, I think, is what.
Yeah, it was quite surprising actually.
All right.
A difficult question. I would really like to see the Proteas women play in a test match. Earlier, we have already seen Australia women play against England women in a test match already in the Ashes. So I would really like to actually see. It would be great to see South Africa and India play in a test match. That would be great.
Yeah, and hopefully that the ICC can build on the momentum from the Women's World Cup. It was hugely successful. Obviously, South Africa did really, really well. And yeah, I'd love to see it. I mean, I think it'll be a great addition to Test cricket.
Yeah, South African women definitely have the players for it. Laura Wolfhard, Dana Verniekerk, Sune Lewis. So like they really have the players.
Build,
Exactly.
just target a batsman.
Yeah.
Just kind of put it on a length with the red ball. I'd love to see that.
And Wolfhard playing that crazy front drive.
Exactly. Absolutely. Look, we spoke about the pitch. It hasn't been the pitch that Faf may have wanted, but absolutely great question. I think Maharaj will definitely come into it on the 4th day. And that really shows you that even with a 4-man attack, when you get a pitch that you don't quite necessarily think is going to be bouncy, or as we see, is not necessarily bouncy, you just can't drop Maharaj. You got to play him. He is penned into every single South African lineup for me.
Yeah, and I spoke to Paul Harris the other day in an interview, and he told me about Maharaj and how amazing he actually is. He actually labelled him as the world's best spinner at the moment. So I was very impressed with his sentiments and what he thought about that. On the
Not
4th day,
not quite yet, but
he believes that he's
potential.
close.
Absolutely,
he has the potential. Well, I don't really think Bavuma would be needed. I mean, we still have Faf at the crease there for day 2, and we know what our captain can do. We just need Maharaj at the other end to block and play a few singles and to keep rotating the strike.
Because Bavuma for who? We all excited. All South African fans are excited about 4-man attack. Otis Gibson is the man, the former bowler. We've now got 4 seams, and Gidi has been ripping it up in all formats. So if Temba's going to play, and I like Temba, I still think he's got a massive role to play in South African cricket moving forward. But in this team, who misses out? And if you say a bowler, I think that's a step backwards, and he's definitely not better than any of the batsmen. So unfortunately, no, I don't think Temba does make the side.
Yeah. 350 plus, I think that's enough. We got a great seam attack, and we've got a great spinner. I think we'll be a little more accurate than India. So I think 350 plus is enough.
350 from here would be a great score. That's another 80 runs. Keshav will have to dig in and probably contribute about 20 of those, maybe 20, 30 of those. We've seen Khalid can bat. Yeah, I think Faf, after running out Hashim, probably owes us a milestone here, at least a 50.
Come on, Faf, get us 100, man.